We're going to be making our own soda brands. So to start with, I'm going to go ahead and show you how to do a cylinder for a can. So the first thing that you're going to do is you're going to start out with an ellipse. And an ellipse is kind of like a skinny oval. So I'm going to do a skinny oval. And then when I'm done with my skinny oval, I'm going to do a little line over here and a little line over here. I'm going to turn my paper to the side because I just think it's easier like that. And I'm going to kind of trace along that first line that I did. And then flip my paper back over. From each side, I'm going to come in a little bit from the edge and do a little diagonal line and a little diagonal line from this side. Whoops, that's a little too far. There we go. And then from there, I'm going to do a straight line down on this side and down on this side. Like I did before, I'm going to turn my paper to the side to do this next step. And I'm going to do a curved line. From there, I'm going to do a little diagonal line from each of these sides and then finish that up with another curved type line. So here's the base cylinder for my soda can. I'm going to finish up the top of this with another curved line. And then from there, we're going to do the little top that pops for a soda can. So I'm going to come over here and I'm going to do a curved type line. I'm going to come over here and do a curved type line. It's going to kind of go off where you can't see it all. And I'll do a straight line here. And the little circle where it gets held onto. And then I'm going to do two more curved lines. Two more curved lines. Connect those guys. And then finish up with the hole here. I'm just going to kind of fill mine in with black or pencil. Whatever you want to do for yours is fine. So as far as down here for your design, it's completely up to you. You saw from my example that I did a Mrs. Salt. So instead of Dr. Pepper, I kind of made a pun on that and did Mrs. Salt. So I really thought about, well, what should I do as my main picture? And so on mine, I just did like a big salt shaker. So I did fairly large salt shaker. And then I thought after that about what kind of fonts that I really wanted for mine. So here's my salt shaker. And of course yours is going to be different because you're going to do your own ideas. And then I'm like, well, what kind of font? So I wanted something bold that stood out. So I did, starting out with, I wrote salt. And I did salt very big and bold because I really wanted it to stand out. I'm going to do this one a little different. I think it's going to follow along with my salt shaker because I think that'd be neat. Of course, you're going to be taking your time a lot more than I am. And then I finished it up. I'm going to finish it up with a Mrs. up at the top. So I try to think of some interesting way to do that. I can finish it up with a few details. Maybe I wanted to do a curved line here. If you wanted to, you could do some value when you added your color. So I'm sure you might have already noticed on the example that I put on there. Oh, here it is. That I have some value when I added my color to it. So I did it the dark around the edges and got lighter as I came around. Just like when we did our hot cocoa ones. One thing I do like about this one better is I made it a little bit larger to fill more of my paper. So that's something that you can kind of think about as well. Alright friends, I really want you thinking hard. What can you make that's very interesting that you've never seen before that's going to really make the customer want to buy it? It doesn't necessarily have to be something appetizing. It could just be something super interesting and fun that you want to draw.